I'm Josh Denbo. I'm a consumer attorney in New Jersey. I'm not going to tell you I'm a foreclosure defense attorney. That is a name that lots of people use for marketing. That means you defend foreclosures. Anybody can defend a foreclosure. I've looked at these websites of these guys who claim to be foreclosure defense specialists. Really? You specialize in filing an answer? I mean, if you look at their websites, they tell you what they're going to do. File an answer, send out discovery, defend summary judgment, and then help you move. Look, this isn't sports. This is real life. In sports, defense wins games. That's not how it works here. Banks don't care about defense. All you do is slow things down. They're a quadrillion-dollar industry. They can stand a little slowdown. What they can't stand is money out of their pocket. That's the problem. That's their weak zone. And that's where most people in New Jersey who profess to help folks in foreclosure don't do their job. They just don't. I've been around this street. I've ridden this rodeo before. I've been doing this work since before the Great Recession. You know, back in 2008, 9, 10, the banks were pushing the judges around explaining, yeah, okay, you know, Mrs. Smith, she paid on the modification agreement for 1.5 years, but we decided she doesn't qualify. And the judges bought it. It was absolutely insane. I won the case in federal court in 2016, Block versus Seneca Mortgage Company, in which we and an associate of mine at the time presented to the judge saying, wait a second, she did the trial mod, she made the payments, you have to give her the final modification. That's a contract. We won that case. And then I, on my own, won the GMAC versus Willoughby case, which is a New Jersey Supreme Court decision, which says that a modification is a settlement and can be enforced against a bank. Look, the argument that was relied upon and is still tried with some attorneys, not with this guy, still tried all the time, to harm consumers is, look, you know, we don't have to perform our side of the bargain. You know, we give you a trial modification, you make the payments, we can change our mind. No, they can't. Not only can you defend that argument, but you can also sue on that argument because it's also a violation of the Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act, RESPA, and a violation sometimes of the Consumer Fraud Act. There are so many tools at the disposal of the appropriate attorney who's smart and tough enough to file suit in federal court and take appeals to the New Jersey Supreme Court if necessary to make a difference in people's lives. I know what I'm doing and I know what I'm telling you. You need to not talk to lawyers who are just going to defend. Don't do it. It's a waste of your time. It's a terrible decision. It's a terrible choice. I fight. Look, those 3 cases I just told you about, Block, Willoughby, Saros, I didn't tell you about. Saros, I won a case in which, in Saros, oh, I love this one. In Saros, the plaintiff and its lawyer tried to get from my client a judgment in a foreclosure case for money he didn't know. And we told the lawyer, look, guys, you can't do this. My client doesn't know the money. He paid the insurance. You can't do it. They did it anyway. So what did we do? We sued the lawyer directly, the lawyer, in federal court for violating debt collector federal statutes for trying to collect the wrong amount of money. They went nuts, and they lost, and they paid. And what I'm proud about that case, it's a tool in the toolbox that didn't exist before for anybody who's willing to use it. I'm also proud of the other cases. You know, the Saros, it's Block, it's Willoughby, and I got a dozen other cases out there of import. But I'm really proud of those because the law is a living organism. So am I. But I'm going to die at some point. But when I'm dead and buried, those 3 decisions are still going to be on the books, and they're still going to be making people's lives better because they will have changed the law in the right direction to protect and help consumers. All right, it is my life's passion to be an attorney for people, for you, your family, your kids, your friends. I don't represent companies. I don't represent banks. I don't handle employment cases. All I do is represent consumers who are harmed by big business and big finance. And I do it well. Don't waste your time talking to a lawyer who's just going to defend. Just don't. I've been doing this for long enough. I can cut through the facts that seem important to get down to what's really at the cusp of what you really need to know. And I can give you answers right on the phone. I don't charge for consults. I don't charge for calls. I don't charge for responding to emails. You know, so many lawyers are saying, well, this might not be legal advice because you're not really a client. Listen, you call me and ask me a legal question, I will give you a legal answer. All right? I may not agree to represent you in court right away, but you can take that to the bank, so to speak. All right, people? This is going to get really rough. It's rough now, but the federal government, because of the Senate is refusing to act, is about to cut off all unemployment support. It's going to happen at the end of this month unless something dramatic happens, and it looks like it's not. It's going to get bad. But that doesn't mean you have to lose your house. And it doesn't mean that the banks don't get sued. I'm going to sue so many banks. Maybe I'll sue yours. We can only find out if you give me a call, all right? If you got some questions, you're concerned, you think you were screwed, or you just want to talk to a lawyer and they give you the straight you know what, right on the phone. Give me a call, send me an email, all right? I'm here to help, and I am going to help.